Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik and this is a Game War in the Pacific Admins Edition. This is my play by email match against Xargun. He is an allied player and for me it is the Empire of Japan. This is Scenario 1, game version 26B. And we arrived already at the 8th March 42. I can switch a base without a fight. And there's some oil and minerals, or resources. So that is always nice to have. Free flipping is always without any damage. This is a minefield of Batavia I try to get rid of. So far no accident. Wellington, I have a resource island. Looks like we have no navy engagement, no submarine activity. My second invasion task force for New Zealand is forming up. So I think roughly in 3 days I will land in the northern tip of the North Island of New Zealand. And yeah, the daily bombardments of Bentwing in preparation of this storming the mountain, the last battle of the Dutch here in Dutch East. And yeah, flag is still an issue, but with 15,000 I can keep the casualties at 1 or 2 airframes per day roughly. And so long the pilots survive, it's not a big issue. And even if these are army pilots, much easier to replace. Okay. Still no real aggressive strike from Xargun. March is maybe really not the best month for the Allies. They have many upgrades running these days. And if you wait only 1 or 2 months later, you have better technology plus much more forces. So I think January, February is maybe a time to strike for the Allies early on. March is to replace, rearm and upgrade. And then maybe April, May is the next wave of Allied counter-strikes. And latest in July, August 42, all balance of power is with Allies. And the Japanese only trying to hold, roughly speaking. So, more dot bases. I have still the amphibious assault bonus for 3 weeks and a little. So I try to take all of these dot bases nearby. This is my siege bombardment. This is a Mongolian army group fighting with the Chinese Mongolian army, and it's now really only a walk and kick. The final block forces of the Chinese can hold today, and because this is in the clear or in a non-base hex, you cannot destroy the fort level, so there's never any talking about fort level. Not so great, but for me it's only disabled. This I can still normally fix easy. 1 week later everything is back at full power. As this was a crossing, I walked here with 1 regiment, mixed brigade. So when there's a river, so I had a shock attack into this Chinese already defeated think once or twice defeated unit. So they have not more much attack power left, and easy victory, kicks them again. Only problem is that this unit is now very close to my industry center. We'll see. Bendoing gets bombardment. I have now, I think, 2 divisions here, waiting for the 2 more out of Batavia. Maybe in 2 days I can attack. Makassar, I take. Unluckily, sometimes it's really better to wait. If I had a unit here, then there was no retreat path. Now the AI still think, okay, I can retreat here, walk this, and then I'm back in a base. So I must maybe optimize this in the next game. But not always you have this opportunity, so yeah. Again, at least a victory. Pushing is holding even losses, but even losses are at the end maybe better for me, but I will see. Maybe I bring 1 more Navy Guard unit there to help out. Mataram, that is the easy task. Dutch are defeated. Other base, they're all empty. More. And yeah, I try to get rid of these guys now, so I make a shock attack. Here again you have this very strange retreat options. Because here you can see I control this. Here they cannot pass, this is a river, but they can walk this way around, and then there's somewhere in the north a Dutch base. So this is still a retreat option for this unit, so they are retreating and not surrendering. Oh, yeah. Good. I take the base, nothing, no one here. And okay, so my airbase is also level 2 now, I guess, burn, so I can run offensive 1 engine missions. Or long range cap, I think, is also possible now. Not sure if I really need this. Overall, a day in the war with no real big impact. Air losses are light. One of my Navy recon airplane getting killed with, yeah, normally, then always kill pilot. No, yeah, this is only the losses. Yeah, maybe losses so far. Still the Buffalo is 1, but then there's all Japanese army pilots. Yeah, these are all army, Japanese army airframes. I lose a lot of this kind of stuff, but still acceptable. War kill ratio is roughly 1-to-1. Yeah. And ship sunk last turn, nothing, not even a sinking sound. So I slowly getting my supply situation in Tokyo under control, but you can see I need 10,000. I have only 35,000, so I have only 5,000 surplus supplies. So still not any supplies left to ship out. Maybe I must wait 5 more days. Oh, in China, small engagement here, victory. The Chinese are now here, so I must use my. I can now use my air force again because it's clear terrain, so it makes sense to attack. And I must also slow them down or stop them before they enter this hex, because here you have this manpower, resources, and light industry. And basic, I don't know how you want really call it, but basic industry, what provides more or less resources, like manpower is a resources, and resources are resources, and crude oil is resources. There's a raw product. Then you form out of this some other product like fuel and supplies or armament and so on. So if you have an enemy in your hex, then this kind of industry will switch off. The light industry, because it's industry, like industry, heavy industry, refineries, they will continue to work. Okay, so, but this is only the one issue. I must stop them before they enter my base. And I have here also really only a standard Chinese police force unit to make a garrison request. All over the place. That is a advanced skill player for Japan. You must really know where you put what unit to keep the garrison under control. So you can create more active fighting units, let's say this. Or you waste a lot of fighting power for garrison duty. Other option would be don't make garrison and lose a lot of victory points. Because victory points are only victory points. If you don't play for victory points, then you can simply ignore it. But then the bases are also getting damaged, and then you have a problem with supply flow. So you can do this with some bases, but not with everyone. Good. Anyone else? Here my division is crossing 1 day, 2 days. I have here the shock attack. Then I hopefully take this base. The Mongolian army had a victory again, but there's really nothing left. This is only kick, walk, kick, walk, kick, walk. The block force, a little surprisingly, hold up, but naja, then tomorrow, try again. This is all only disabled and yeah. My venture army or the 13th army group, Japanese army group is arriving Kukong, so then I will move, follow this path and then maybe cross here the river and threaten the center or Changsha area. But it still days. Not really much to say. Burma is in active war zone. Bay of Bengal is also no real hot area. Taking some empty bases, this is not so important. Medan is more important, here's the oil. I will prepare to strike in Singapore, I think, soon again. Because my regiment is coming. Yeah, that's regiment I will normally unload in Singapore, so maybe I will attack Singapore again. Tomorrow there's not more much left, so I hope I can really achieve no victory. Mines in Batavia, still some. Osthaven was a success, but this retreat units are still on the map. Luckily for me, now they are out of jungle roughs, it's triple defense, so they are back in clear terrain, so I can use army bombers and they have nothing else to do, so strike them and maybe wipe them out via air power. Nothing else here to say. Java is still under siege, waiting. All forces are walking. The division is from the south and from the north. The army HQ is coming, and then we have the Battle of Benduing, and we will see how successful this is. Makassar also retreating Dutch, but they are broken. I catch up with the Australian forces at this Fentong dot base. Looks like they're not moving. We will see. I have near information that there are 8 airplanes on the ground. Maybe they're damaged. Maybe these are airplanes out of Darwin. But I don't know if I'm fast enough to catch them. We will see. I can make 1 hex walking, and then I still need 1 hex or 1 day to strike. And last information is about the second invasion fleet for New Zealand is forming up. Next turn is Mauritius closing the range, and the day after this is a landing here at the north end. At the same time, I had here my troops and I want attack, but somehow I make a misclick and I say this guy is catching up. And these 2 guys, I forgot to give the order to attack. No, maybe attack again tomorrow. Good, see you, take care, bye bye.